Hi, I'm Chef Scott Samuel here at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a traditional Mexican sandwich called a torta. So I'm going to use a bolillo roll, kind of a white bread roll, and I'm going to do a few different components to it. The first one will be a black bean puree. I'm also going to do pickled jalapeños, white onions, fresh avocado. I'm going to make a Chipotle mayonnaise and sauteed Crimini mushrooms. So 5 different vegetarian components to build this very flavorful, hearty sandwich with the base being black bean puree. So let's take a look at the black beans first. So to cook the black beans, what I do is I've soaked these overnight and then changed the water. Now I have fresh water, and I'm going to add diced onion and a bay leaf and a little bit of an herb called epazote, which is going to give it some flavor. And we'll bring that to a simmer, and we cook these beans down for about 60 minutes until they're tender. At the very end of that, I'll drain off some of the excess liquid, and what I'll be left with is a mixture of cooked black beans and onions. And what I want to do is crush these to make a puree. So I could use a mortar and pestle. We could put this in a Cuisinart really briefly, but ultimately I want a puree that I could spread on the bread. So I still want some texture, so I don't want to do it completely soft. So that's what it should look like. Then I'm going to season this with a touch of salt to kind of lift the flavor. All right, that's the black bean puree component. We're going to make sauteed mushrooms, and I'm going to do this very simply with a touch of olive oil, garlic, a couple teaspoons of thyme leaves, just a little bit of color on the garlic, then I'll add my pound of sliced mushrooms. And whenever I'm sauteing mushrooms, I add a pinch of salt to draw out the moisture. And over medium-high heat, I'll cook these down until there's a nice amount of color, and this will be another component to our torta. Okay, so these have cooked down for about 10 minutes. And you can see I've reduced the volume by about half. I have a lot of nice color. The aroma is excellent. So I'm just going to take these off the heat, cool them slightly, and this is a component to our torta. This is a Chipotle mayonnaise, and it's very basic. It's mayonnaise mixed with a couple tablespoons of Chipotle and adobo, chopped up really fine, put into a RoboCoupe or a Cuisinart, along with some lime juice and salt. So that's one component. Then we have our sliced avocado, white onion, fresh white onion, sliced, and pickled jalapeños that I've cut into little tiny strips. So all of these components will come together to make my torta. So, fresh bolillo roll, just kind of cut it down the middle. And I've warmed it up slightly so it's kind of crusty on the outside. So the first component is the black bean spread. And this is kind of the body of the sandwich. So I'm going to do about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup, depending on the size of our roll. A nice even layer on the bottom. I want to take some of my sliced avocado. Fan that across. Some of our white onion. Some of our pickled jalapeno. On the top layer, I want to take a couple tablespoons of Chipotle mayonnaise. This is rich and spicy, and it's going to be kind of adding the fat to this sandwich. And then I'll put about a 1/4 cup of sauteed mushrooms. Now we have our 6 components: our black bean spread, our avocado, our white onion, our jalapeno, our mushroom, and our Chipotle mayonnaise. Enjoy.